maximize and optimize that sales time. And I think a common inclination for a lot of sales folks is to go after the same contact within a prospect organization that you kind of feel comfortable with, or maybe you're just more comfortable going with a lower level person. People don't have the natural inclination to go after a contact that's in a more senior position. Can you talk about the benefits of doing that?
Yeah, I love that you brought that up again, because there's this artificial fear. Let's just call it what it is, Pat. Like a lot of us in sales, we have this artificial fear of going up higher into the executive suite, into the corner office, talking to an owner or senior level leader. And so we get comfortable playing with whoever the typical buyer is, the person who wants to control the relationship, the person who's really good at negotiating for your last nickel and trying to level the playing field. And, so in the name of fairness, well, I'm not for fairness. Like, I'm not trying to level the playing field. I want to tilt it towards my advantage. And here's the counterintuitive truth. Typically, and I mean typically like 90% of the time, what do we find at the higher levels of a customer organization, right? When you're dealing with executives and ownership, which is where I believe in your world, right? Your insurance brokers list isn't that where they should be targeting, right? Should you be trapped with some mid-level controller person, or should you be talking to someone who cares about the business issues? And the counterintuitive thing that you and I and other people who have had a lot of success selling to executives know is, what do you find at the senior level office? Nicer people, smarter people, people that are interested in solving a big business problem or achieving some great result. They're not trying to take your last nickel. The last thing they want to do is negotiate. No, they have a big initiative. They've got a strategy. They have a huge liability keeping them up at night. They care about the big stuff. So it's counterintuitive. When you get into that level of a conversation, it's actually easier to sell because they want the help. And they don't view you as just a vendor. And they're not really interested in whether you're a nickel more or a nickel less than the other guy. They want to know, can you bring them value? Do you help people like them and organizations like theirs? And that's why our messaging and our story and our presence is so important when we're selling, because when you're talking to top level people, they don't really care about your history and your features and some of the nuances of the product that you may love to talk about, or that mid-level people who are making a commodity comparison on a spreadsheet. They may care about that. But at the highest level, they're like, how are you going to solve this problem for me? And how are you going to help me grow the business or relieve this headache or achieve this big initiative? And if you can make that level of connection with a senior person, my gosh, sales is so much more fun and honestly so much easier.